America, it's a big country. So big, they've had to split it up into 50 different states, 11 of them being bigger than the UK alone. Alaska in itself is 7 times larger than the UK. They've literally got everything you could possibly ask for. Beaches, huge cities, national parks, wildlife, different types of climates depending on your preference. We really gave them everything they need before letting them think they've won the war in hopes to keep them there. But no, it didn't work. Some are creeping through and it's happening even more now. Or maybe I've just been made more aware of the problem because of TikTok.
I'm an American living in London. Of course I burnt my hand on this thing the first day I got here, because I had no idea that it was hot.
Did you catch that? She said she's living in London, not just visiting there, she's living here now. Oh god, I genuinely believe Americans think the UK only consists of London and Harry Potter. Now in the year 2026, London is the worst place you could live to give you a feel for what the UK is like. You'll walk around for about 10 minutes and you'll start questioning whether or not you're even in the UK. Jokes aside though, what an overpriced shithole London has become. And it's a shame because it's now spreading throughout the rest of the country to areas that don't get funded nowhere near as much as London. So you go to certain parts of the UK now and it's like you took the slip road to Bangladesh or Afghanistan. Just full of people giving you dirty looks like I'm not the one that's paying for the house and income. I expected a round of applause the next time I drive down these places. You know, like the NHS did? Yeah, I want that. I want you to walk out your house and give me a clap. And I refer to them as these places because, well, I'm not stupid. And I trust you're not as well to understand what I'm talking about. But if there's one thing that stands out more than any Afghan man can, it'll be an American. Even that. The American part ruined the flow of Afghan man can. They just spoil everything.
I'm an American living in London. Of course I have literally no idea how this microwave works.
Yeah, it's quite a complex bit of machinery, actually. If only there were buttons on the front labelled start and stop to give you an idea.
I just have no idea how to work this thing. Like, there's a button that says start. Is that how you start it? I'm not quite sure. I'm not from here.
That's fine. Let me help you out. It's actually quite straightforward when you just stop, take a breath, and open your eyes. Right, so at first glance, I think to start it, yeah, it'll be that button that says start. You see it? And it's the same with the stop one, really. If you just go ahead and press that, yeah, it should stop it like it says. Or just do what most people do, just open the door. Like, I don't think anyone presses the stop button to then open the door. It just seems quite like an unnecessary action. This is why Americans drive automatic cars, by the way, because can you imagine them trying to drive a manual? They can't even work a fucking microwave.
I'm an American living in London. Of course I'm confused on why you all call TJ Maxx TK Maxx.
To be fair, when I first got to America, I was a bit, confused why it was TJ Maxx, not TK Maxx. It is unfortunate that TJ Maxx is the one that came first, though. And the only reason the UK changed the J to a K is to avoid trademark conflict with TJ Hughes. It's literally the reason. I wish there was more of an interesting story, but that's it. It's so hard to escape America, though, because they dominate so much of any market. It's the same with drinks and stuff, though, isn't it? The chances are when you buy a drink from shop, it's American. They should just put that on the labeling instead of contain sugar. Just put American made. We'll already know. If you do want a drink that actually tastes nice and ain't American, you want to be getting yourself some Holy, which is the sponsor of today's video. Let's talk about it. I've partnered with Holy again to help you lot replenish your thirst to the next level, to the point, right, where your friends will actually be jealous of how hydrated you are. If you get the starter deluxe set, which is an offer now actually, it's £10 cheaper till the end of April. And then if you use the code Ethannn, you'll save yourself an extra 10%. Let me just show you what you get with it, alright? Okay, right, mine's a bit all over the place because I've used it, but this is the starter deluxe set. Comes with the shaker as well, which is a bonus. But what you get with this, it's not just hydration, you get the energy one, you get the iced tea one, and milkshakes. Yeah, they do milkshakes now. Ugh, it's good. I'm more of a hydration and energy guy myself. You get 14 sachets per box, and I've gone through the lot already. You do feel the difference, though, I'm not going to lie. What I do is I top up my electrolytes with the hydration one. Then I give myself a bit of a kick up the arse with the energy one. So I'm a bit buzzing now, actually. It's that new calf kicking in. It's all sugar-free as well, by the way, so you don't have to worry about becoming diabetic because of it. But yeah, go and get yourself some Holy. Try it out. If you click my link in the description, it'll take you to where you need to be. There's a lot to choose from, to be fair, so have a look about. But like I say, if you do want that mix of everything, you want to be looking at that starter deluxe set. But it's up to you, regardless of what you do. If you use the code Ethannn, you will get 10% off your order, so use that. Thanks again to Holy for sponsoring this video. Back to it.
I'm an American living in London. Of course I search for the light switch for 5 minutes every single time I walk into a room, before I remember that it's on the outside of the room.
I mean, I wouldn't really say that's the thing, though, would you? It's not even something I've even noticed, to be honest. Like, I'm pretty sure I tend to see more light switches in the room than outside the room. It's usually the hotel rooms is when I really start to lose my head with the switches. There's always like a row of 5 switches just next to each other, and I tend to just turn them on and off to figure out which one links to what light in the room. There'll be a switch next to the bed that turns the light on above the door that's on the other side of the room. Let me just point out that she said it takes her 5 minutes to find a switch as well. 5 minutes of her just feeling walls. Here's a trick. Phone torch on and just fucking look.
I'm an American living in London. Of course I'm confused on why your shower doors don't go all the way to the wall. What is the point of this?
What do you mean, what's the point? Like, it clearly doesn't contain the water in the part where you're meant to stand when you take a shower. You don't shower stood at the other end of the fucking bath, do you?
What is the point of this? Like, I don't get it.
Like, really? You couldn't even work that out? It's also cleaner. Have you ever been in someone else's shower and they have a shower curtain and you can just see the dirt on the bottom of it? Ugh. Every time I've used someone else's shower, I usually wear, like, flops or something. I just find the idea of it kind of disgusting, especially when you visibly see the grime on the shower curtain. The place we clean ourselves is the most disgusting place in the house, innit?
I'm an American living in London. Of course I couldn't find the washer and dryer for a week when I got here because I had no clue that they were in the kitchen.
Is she partially blind? Because the microwave, I thought that was just a common case of American. Then you said it took you 5 minutes to find a light switch, but a week to find a washing machine. Fucking hell, a week. You just never bothered to open that cupboard door just to check for an entire week. To be fair, I wouldn't even trust you with a washing machine. If she struggled with a microwave, oh, this is going to be like operating a fucking aeroplane to this woman. She'll just shrink and turn all your clothes into a different color, then end up blowing it up because you didn't know how to turn it off.
So guys, as you can see, my washing machine is on fire because I couldn't figure out how to turn it off, so I just left it running for 2 weeks.
I can see that happening.
American living in London. Of course I forget to turn on my outlet at night to charge my phone.
After the microwave and washing machine situation, that was a given, wasn't it?
I'm an American living in London. Of course these doorknobs that aren't really knobs are really weird to me.
Yeah, that must be a London thing, or the joiner who put that up was as blind as air, because I've never seen that before. Or I might have done, but it's that rare, I forgot. What the fuck is that? A centered doorknob just seems like they tried to be artistic and different, but it's just annoying, pointless, and weird. That alone would put me off buying a house. It could be perfect in every other aspect, but a centered doorknob? Let's move on. It's an ick.
An American living in London. Of course my feet hurt at the end of the day because I'm not used to walking this much.
It's actually true though. The average American, because of the way the country is, has just forgot how to walk long distances. They walk around the house, to the car, and wherever they drove to. Usually the shop. I mean, you can see it in the vlogs I made when I travelled across the fucker. We was in Cleveland, Ohio to try and find a bar. Yeah, it took us about an hour. It was boiling as well and stunk as shit. You just need a car to live in America. Not even just for the sake of getting from A to B, because when you're in the car, you can kind of block out the smells from the outside world. It's a common thing in American cities, the smell of shit. We've got a few of them in the UK. Birmingham, as an example, that's got to be one of the worst, right? Birmingham is slowly turning into New York in terms of smells and rats. Yeah, they've got rats now. That's how bad the rubbish problem's got there. That's what happens though when you start leaving your bin bags out on the street. New York do that anyways. That's just what they do. That's not what we do. We have bins. Fucking use them.
I never believed the whole, oh, Americans in Europe are so bad.
Fucking hell, just that alone made me believe it. I'm convinced already. I never believed Americans in Europe are so bad. Seems like he managed to get his Adderall by security then. Them eyes scream Adderall prescription.
Yesterday, I sat down at a burger restaurant and asked for American cheese. Everybody laughed. That's not a thing here. It's okay though, Carter. It's just one time. It couldn't get worse. I found the most romantic cafe. I went in and I was like, hi, can I get an iced vanilla latte with oat milk? They don't have oat milk or ice or vanilla. I don't understand how people here don't drink sweet coffee. But you know what? They have McDonald's. So I'm on my way there to see if they have iced coffee.
Calm the fuck down, first of all. You just made an extremely shit story sound more crazy than it actually is. Americans are good at that, you know, over-exaggerating things to make them seem better than they actually are. You know, if you repeat the story he just said about the drugs and the American exaggeration, this is what it sounds like. I went to a restaurant and asked for some American cheese and they didn't have it. Same with the coffee, they had no vanilla, so I'm off to Mackey's to get myself a nice coffee. It's not that crazy, is it really? It just seems like a lot because he's explaining it like a fucking crackhead. That's why, right, for those that want to go to America, lower your expectations. Because this over-exaggeration that I was just talking about, yeah, that applies to fucking everything. Take Hollywood, for example. I went to that Hollywood Walk of Fame where they put the celebrities' names in the stars. What a load of shite that is, by the way. Do you know it costs 85 grand a star, whilst a homeless crackhead is sleeping next to it? It's a crazy thing to be around. LA is literally a city where people's personalities are based off how many followers you've got. You've got Skid Row just around the corner from it too, a street that is just for homeless people. It's mad. There's an entire community just for homeless people in LA. It feels like an entire separate civilization, whilst all the celebrities are getting 85k spent on them just to put the name in a star. They have entire streets full of people that could have done with that money, really. But no, let's put someone's fucking name in a star on the floor. The world's fucked, really, innit? When you look at the stupid shit people do.
My first Halloween in England, and I don't know how many people are gonna come trick-or-treating to my door, if any. Coincidentally, this is also my first Halloween having a front door that faces the street that people might come and knock.
She's in for some fucking shock when she realises she's got more of a chance in getting a trick than a treat. That trick being an egg or a brick through the front window. Because she's put the location of where this video is filmed, and it's Birmingham. In at Halloween every night in that fucking city. It's just the women always seem to be wearing masks. I thought it was a year-round thing. It's my mistake.
A bunch of you said that if you want trick-or-treaters to come to your house, you should decorate it with pumpkins, make sure the lights are on, and I've done all that. How does this work? I feel dumb. Oh, here it is.
What the fuck have you come as? You know what? I would actually be terrified if I knocked on her door and she's wearing that and she hits me with an American.
Trick or treat!
I'd scream. I'd be like, ah, it's a gigantic American pig. Fucking run. She's doing too much. This is why Americans don't really mix well with our culture. They're just too fucking much. I'm telling you now, though, with the price of electric nowadays, there's going to be less and less decorations, especially on Christmas. The people that used to have like a Santa's sleigh on the roof with a full house lit up, that'll be downgraded to a candle by next year. I already started to notice it from last year. The usual houses that always have the in-your-face Christmas lights, they don't do it anymore. And my assumption is that they can't afford it.
They're out of Halloween candy. It's my fault. I waited too late. So I have mostly Christmas chocolates here. I figure chocolate is as chocolate does, you know? So this is about how full the chocolate plate is, and we'll see through the night how many people come here to my house in England to trick-or-treat.
See how many people come to my house for trick-or-treat. Oh, God. That's the thing, though, isn't it? You know, if you walk up to an American house in the UK, the treats are going to be excessive. She's offering full bags of chocolates, good chocolates as well. I'm talking Twix, Milky Ways, entire bags of Maltesers. Fuck me. I'm not being funny, though. No trick-or-treater is ever getting a full bag of Maltesers from me. No chance. It's a weird concept, innit, trick-or-treating? Having strangers knocking on your door all night, wearing masks, asking you for food. It's legal harassment, innit? I remember one time I was out and I forgot it was Halloween and the doorbell rang. So then I went on the doorbell app to Live View to see an entire family dressed up in Halloween costumes, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Because I didn't realise it was Halloween. I was actually going to go on the microphone. Yeah, get the fuck off my drive now. But it's Halloween, so I just told them to fuck off instead of get the fuck off my drive now. Nah, I didn't. I didn't say that. I'm joking.
Okay, so I'm an American living in London, and let me tell you, living in Europe is freaking better than living in America.
No one who lives in London describes it as living in Europe. It's quite a broad thing to say Europe when you could just say the most logical thing right now, the UK. It's like moving to Mexico and describing it as living in North America. Can you imagine how that conversation goes? Where are you from? North America. Oh, really? Whereabouts? Texas, California, New York, Mexico. Could have just said Mexico, but that's fine.
And yes, I know every one of you Europeans is going to come at me in the comments and say, we don't want Americans here. Blah, 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 blah.
It's not even that we don't want Americans here, because America's such a big country with so many different types of Americans. It's quite unfair to say we don't want Americans here. We definitely don't want certain types, like your Logan and Jake Paul type of American. You can fucking keep them. They wouldn't even have a career if they was born in the UK, because we have enough common sense to see through the bullshit. Take away America, right? Prime would already be down the drain. I mean, it's already getting there, but it would never have developed to a fucking protein shake. Yeah, they do protein shakes now. Protein in a can. My ass is twitching just thinking about that. Protein actually smells like grufty farts. It's disgusting. Have you ever forgot to clean your protein shaker out and the smell that comes out of that? That's enough to evacuate an entire building. It's so bad.
I'm telling you, life is better in Europe. You have the opportunity to move here. Move here. I am changing my full perspective of life living here. It is worth it. Please go take the opportunity if you have the chance. And yes, I'm a couple glasses of wine in, but let me tell you, life is good here. Take the opportunity. Good night.
Good night. So if taking advice from an American wasn't already risky enough, this one's giving life advice after a few glasses of wine. Honestly, I could not think of a worse person to take life advice from than a drunk American.
Believe me when I say this, guys, but Europe is the greatest city in London. I've changed my perspective on life.
We're Americans in London. Of course it confuses us that people are driving on the left side of the road.
We're Americans in London. Of course we're going to want to get our picture by this telephone booth.
Got it.
Yeah, you see, these are the types that would make me turn my head if I heard that in public.
We're Americans in London.
I'd just be like, oh, what the fuck? Where's that coming from? I heard them. They have an excitement that's annoying. I can't explain it.
Americans in London. Of course we're going to attempt the accent. I'm knackered.
So am I, mentally. I'm mentally knackered. It's always a hard listen, innit, when an American tries to do a British accent, because they just can't fucking do it, can they? Just give it up. You can't do British accents like we can do American accents. Like, if I was to speak the entire video like this, you'd think I'm American, right? But then I could just go to my normal voice like this. It's quite a talent that I've got.
We're Americans in London. Of course we're gonna eat fish and chips.
We're Americans in London. Of course we're gonna get tired of walking so much.
Okay, now we're getting on the tube.
We're Americans in London. Of course we're gonna call this the subway.
Oh gosh, I have to follow.
I've been to both the tube in London and the subway in New York, and I don't like either of them. The London one's cleaner and easier to navigate, and the New York one, fuck me, it feels like a crime could happen at any point. Everyone just looks dodgy, like they're about to rob you. And I had to go in it multiple times with a big suitcase on me as well, so imagine that. My head was on a fucking swivel. I remember on the subway in New York, I had to stand up one time because it was real busy, and the train took off quicker than I expected, and I had nothing to hold on to other than my suitcase. So when the train took off, I went to put my hands on my suitcase to prevent me from falling. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I ended up just rolling down the entire carriage, falling over everybody sitting down like, fuck, sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, it was horrible. I wanted to leave straight away and just run away from the situation. This guy wouldn't shut up as well because he kept saying to me, "You're all good, man. You good. You're good. You good." And I was just like, all right, let's just stop talking about it now. Let's just all forget about it. It didn't happen.
I have to fall over. We're Americans in London. Of course we're gonna go see the Shard.
That right there, what he just did, is what we don't want in our country. We're Americans in London. Of course we want to see the Shard. Ah, fuck me, he's Western, eh? Even his movements are American. He's got that American tourist demeanor.
Americans in London. Of course you don't know how to pronounce this river. It's Thames, right? Of course we're in London.
You see, that River Thames joke that she made didn't really bother me because I've heard it all before, believe me. But that ambulance joke? Nah, you can't make that. Even though London's bad for crime, it's nowhere near comparable to cities like New York. You know it's bad when New York and LA have dedicated Netflix series about them, with episodes about homicides, with seasons too, where it happens that much. It makes you think, do they encourage it so they can just keep making profit out of it? Because a lot of money's been made from these documentaries about murders, haven't they? This video just makes me want to go back to America, stand outside a school and be like, I'm a Brit in America, of course I have to visit a school. Fucking hell, I feel like I took that unnecessarily far. Let's move on.
One thing I have noticed while traveling Europe this week is that y'all have different currencies depending on which state you're in. But in America, we just have dollar everywhere. And I thought that was kind of interesting.
Listen, I'm not even going to take the piss, but what the fuck are they teaching these people? So Europe has states now, apparently, and she's just learning that different currencies exist in the wild. This isn't her fault, but it gives you an idea of why they are the way they are. It's not far off North Korea, is it, in terms of brainwashing? When I worked in America at that summer camp, every morning they made the entire camp attend a thing called flagpole, where they raise the flag and everyone has to say the pledge, which, looking back on it now, it's very culty. You have to just stand there and say the speech. I forgot what it was. 1 minute, I'll get it up.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's what we had to do every morning and evening. It's a bit much, innit? Every time they did it, I just pretended that I needed a shit. Because they've got absolutely no chance getting me to stand there saying that shit to their flag. Get fucked. I do think, though, they do just teach them everything American and nothing else when they're at school. I mean, the majority of them are still under the assumption that they won the war. So I don't know why I'm surprised that this woman thinks Europe has states. I always say this, but they didn't win the war. We just had bigger fish to fry at the time. We was actually feared back then. Now, not so much. It's actually kind of embarrassing what we've become.
We are here in York, England, and we are going to explore this store called Asda for the first time. I don't really know what to expect, but I think it's like the UK equivalent of a Walmart. Well, let's go find out.
This is dangerous. They've made their way to York. They know what York is now. Oh, God. This is way too close to home. York's in Yorkshire, and I'm from Yorkshire. And up to now, I'd say we've had a pretty smooth sail when it comes to American tourism. Because like I say, I genuinely believe the majority of Americans think the UK is just London, and that's it. To be fair, though, Walmart is like Asda, but on steroids. Walmart's like Asda, Currys, and Halfords in one store. It's insane.
Oh, wow. It's really small. I feel like this entire store could fit in, like, the deli at Walmart in America.
She's so loud, you can actually hear her voice travel through the shop. Oh, wow! It's so small! I bet everyone in the shop was thinking, oh, fuck.
I knew it. It is like a Walmart. It has this rollback thing right here. That's a Walmart thing if I've ever seen it. Some of these candies I don't recognize. Star Bar Duo? What is that? Twirl Extra?
Yeah, we have got the best chocolate. Like, it's not even close. There's no competition, really. I've reacted to Americans trying British food many times on this channel, and they're always just so amazed by how much better Cadbury's is compared to that shitty Hershey's they have. The cookies and cream Hershey's isn't that bad, to be fair, but for a main chocolate, it's poor.
Cadbury mini rolls. No, those look good. So we have a similar treat in America, but they're called Little Debbie. they wouldn't be called Cadbury. Because these are Cadbury, I bet they're actually better than Little Debbie. I think we should try these.
Cadbury? I like Cadbury. Apparently these are Cadbury. Should we get it?
Jesus Christ, she just kept saying it. Just stop pronouncing that D so dominantly and you'll be laughing, love. Cadbury! Oh, fuck.
These are some of the most popular confectionery treats here in England. So French fancy.
Okay, yeah, we gotta try those.
We're getting them.
Something about this guy's kind of throwing me off, and it's not just the fact that he's American. I think it's the hair, giving David Bowie vibes, minus everything but the appearance.
What is this? Football cake? That is unacceptable. This is a soccer ball. Thank you very much. Tisk, tisk. That is a soccer ball.
All right, love, calm down. You're getting a bit carried away now. I could tell she was going to be one of those ones that gets real excited and starts talking the typical bollocks. It's soccer, not football. Just look at the history books. You'll see that football was made before that bag of shit what them lot play.
An orange dreamsicle monster anywhere in sight. I'm disappointed. It's by far the best monster.
Yeah, he does seem like the type of guy that would get annoyed that a specific flavour of Monster isn't available. Passionate Monster drinkers have a certain look, don't they? And he's ticking a lot of them boxes. It looks like if Charles Manson became a streamer instead of a cult leader.
Clearly Lay's, but they're the wrong name. It's Walker's, but it's the same bag. And the flavors are all weird. Prawn and cocktail.
What in the
roasted
world?
chicken. Cheese and onion. It's supposed to be sour cream and onion.
It's kind of like when you're playing a video game and you're looking at stuff on the shelves in a grocery store. For copyright infringements, they can't use the actual brand name, so they just make it look like it, but it's different.
I knew it. I told you it was one of them. Relates real life experiences through games because that's all he fucking does, play games.
It's like when you're in a video game and you have to change the branding because of copyright infringement.
What the fuck are you on about?
Look, Halloween candy. I wonder if they have candy corn here. Do you think candy corn is a thing in the UK?
I hope not.
I love candy corn, okay? I'm gonna be a little sad if they don't have those here.
Oh, you know we do. I just hate how she's acting like she doesn't already know this to get British people commenting on the video saying, oh no, British people don't have this. That's what happens. They act real shocked and surprised. Do British people have these? Google it. Is this a British thing?
So by the text of this, it's clearly supposed to be what we would call it Axe body spray in America, but it's Lynx over here.
Oh, weird.
And you got these weird scents like Jungle Fresh and Africa.
The scents are so weird here.
The fucking nerve to call anything we do weird when they sell guns in their Asda equivalent. To be fair though, I suppose when you've never heard of Lynx Africa, you must be thinking, well, what the fuck does this smell of then? AIDS?
No plastic spoons.
Oh, that's right. They're a lot more environmentally friendly than we are in America. We have silver only, which is a bit of a predicament when we're staying at a hotel. Do we buy the silverware to keep in our hotel room and then just leave it behind when we leave?
Hotel's problem now.
I don't think that's the reason, really. Being environmentally friendly. They probably just don't have them in because we do sell plastic spoons.
Ready to use sugar soap. What the heck is that?
Maybe it's for dishes or something.
What is it?
Definitely not edible. Don't eat it.
Fucking hell, this guy needs to go back on his PlayStation. He's just had a taste of some surface cleaner. It's like Americans see the word sugar and just immediately have to try it.
Everything is just a little bit raw. You can tell what stuff is supposed to be or what it would be in America, but everything just has a different name here. So we have to kind of just deduce what it is from the packaging. Like, what is this? This is clearly supposed to be Gatorade. Lucozade? What is this?
Nah, we're not doing that again. Starting to get flashbacks from previous events of that fucking drink. Is that Lucozade? No, just ignore it. It's fine. I like how she's calling it all wrong, like shopping in America is such an efficient system. Over there, you see the prices, and then when you go to pay, you realise the prices that were advertised aren't even the fucking prices because you have to pay tax on top of what you bought. I actually bought some Axe body spray many times when I was over there. It said it was about $4, so I went to pay at the self-checkout, scanned it, boom, an extra $3 was added onto it from the shelf. So if you think things are expensive in the UK, nah, trust me, it's a lot worse in America. Don't get me wrong though, it's not much better here, is it?
Here, we got all-day breakfast here. Chopped hard-boiled eggs, pork sausage, and smoked bacon with seasoned tomato, ketchup, mayonnaise.
Wow.
Dressing. It's like a breakfast sludge.
Well, that screams shits for a week, doesn't it? Does anyone buy that shit? I've never even heard of it.
We've got our Asda haul. Let's go back to the hotel and have some British snacks on a budget. Even though there's no fridge or microwave in a hotel room.
What's going on with that? Why do you guys not have any microwaves in the hotels?
Yeah.
Or fridges? Every hotel in America has a microwave.
How are we supposed to cook our British food if we have no way to cook it?
There's no way.
Exactly.
Boil some water.
Well, hopefully we can figure it out.
First of all, right, we've seen how difficult it is for you lot to operate a fucking microwave, so let's not get ahead of ourselves here. You've booked a hotel, not a fucking Airbnb. If you want a kitchen or a microwave, stay in a house or an apartment. But yeah, that's that. We're done. I'm done with this. I can't do anymore. You'll have to let me know what you lot think about Americans coming to the UK with their enthusiasm and excitement. I feel like with the way this country's going, welcoming terrorists with open arms, an American actually might be a breath of fresh air in the near future. But I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? Regardless, I'm going to go now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye. America. Fuck off.